Hi folks, probably the number one question asked by our customers is how much does a log home cost? Most people don't realize it, but for the cost of a comparable brick or stick-built home, they can live in the log home of their dreams. So today we're going to discuss the factors that determine the pricing of a log home. Like building any other home, the price of a log home is determined by three areas: the materials, the labor, and the design. Considering these areas, let's take a look at the factors that control the pricing of your log home. Obviously, the first factor to consider is the size. The larger the home, the more materials and labor required to build it, so the more expensive it can be. Even so, the interesting thing about larger homes is that the price does not have to rise proportionally to the number of square feet in the home. The reason is that as you get larger, the proportion of more expensive areas of the home, like kitchens and baths, decreases, even though the kitchens and baths themselves remain the same size. Kitchens and baths cost more due to additional materials and labor required for things like cabinets and countertops, fixtures and appliances, etc. You don't have those additional costs in the other rooms of your house. So while a large home will definitely cost more than a smaller one, the price may actually decrease per square foot if the ratio of design allotted to kitchens and baths decrease. What size home will meet your needs and wants? How many bedrooms do you need? How many baths? What about your kitchen? Remember though, owning a log home is as much about the dream as it is the cost. The main thing is to understand the trade-offs. So you pay for the things that are important to you and don't pay for the things that are not. At Southland Log Homes, we provide a large library of plans in a variety of configurations to give you exactly the design that you want. And with no charge for customization, we can change any one of these designs, or even design the very home you've imagined to get you exactly what you're looking for, at a price to match your budget. The next factor that will determine the cost of your particular log home is the style of foundation that you choose. A log home will work well on any type of foundation, whether a slab, crawl space, or basement, but obviously each one carries a different price tag. In most areas, a slab will be the least expensive foundation you can choose. There, the foundation also serves as the floor system. The finished floor is simply installed on top of the concrete slab. This type foundation works well on level lots or where steps are undesirable. The next least expensive foundation to choose is a crawl space. A crawl space foundation sets the home up off the ground and allows room under the floor for things like ductwork and plumbing. In many cases, a basement may be desired. While this type foundation will be the most expensive initially, it can be finished to add cost-effective living space to the home. Additionally, a basement brings many of the mechanical components, like water heaters and plumbing, into an easy-to-access area of the home. It's often said that it's less expensive to build up than it is to build out, and this is true. Adding a full or partial second floor requires much less in labor and materials than the initial floor, because you already have the roof structure and floor in place. Add some wall height and a set of stairs, plus a few windows, and you can nearly double your living space at a much lower price than your ground floor. Other design features can affect the price of the home. For instance, simple roof lines cost less in materials and labor than elaborate ones with multiple hips and valleys. Minimizing the number of log wall corners requires less labor and materials than having an extensive number of corners. Same with porches and decks. Having ample windows to meet the needs of your home will cost less than having extensive glass throughout the home. It'll also save on your utilities. These are just a few of the ways that the design of your home can influence the price. There are many others. So you see that the design is very instrumental in determining the overall cost of your home. That is why the best first step in determining your price is to schedule an appointment with your Southland Log Home sales consultant. He or she is expert in finding just the right combination of features and costs to arrive at the right price for you. Another factor that determines the final cost for your log home is how you finish it out. It's easy to understand that finishing out the Taj Mahal is more expensive than finishing out a cabin in the woods, but what about more subtle distinctions? Most interior decorators will tell you when you're on a budget to take one or two items and make them special, and then stay on track with the rest of the finishing touches. It's not usually an item or two that blows out a budget, but lavishness spread throughout the home. Create a couple of conversation pieces and leave the rest of the house tasteful, yet affordable. Probably the most overlooked way that customers can save on the construction of their log home is by getting their blueprints early. At Southland Log Homes, because we understand the value of blueprints, we provide them at the very beginning of our process. It's only with a set of prints that a builder can accurately price out the construction of your home. Asking for a price without them is basically asking the builder to guess at your price. He'll be forced to guess high to cover himself. But with dimensions in hand, accurate pricing can be determined, not just on the structure of the home, but also on items like cabinets and countertops, finished flooring, and fixtures. It also allows competitive building to be performed by a number of builders who can sharpen their pencil because they know exactly what they're bidding on. Having your prints early will also allow you to catch sales on many of the items you'll put in your home, giving you more buying power for your budget. So the main thing to know about the price of your log home is that much of it is up to you. Equations like price per square foot and multiples of the package price, they're good initial discussions to get the process started, but the final number is really up to you. So in conclusion, set a budget, meet with your Southland Log Home sales consultant to determine which home will fall in that budget, and then start the process rolling with a good set of prints and the help of all of Southland's experienced staff. Not just your sales consultant, but a whole range of people from designers and project managers to technical and customer service experts will be holding your hand as you walk through the process of owning your very own Southland log home. Give us a call or visit today.